I started football all my life, that is, but refereeing I started in 2000 back in Jamaica. I played female football when I went to teacher training college. That's where I loved the sport before, but I basically got involved in football when I went to teacher training college. It was just one evening I was like basically kicking the ball about, and the coach just came over to me and said, "You have good touches, whatever. Would you mind coming to training?" And then that was where it basically started off. So I played at the collegiate level back in Jamaica, and I basically represented we have parishes in the same way you have like counties here. So I represented Middlesex back home in Jamaica. That was just basically a friend basically browbeated me into going to it. My friend Charles Killingbeck, we are from the same area, he basically just said to me, "Why don't you come to training? You're a sports teacher, you've been playing football, you've been involved in sports, track and field, everything. Why don't you come?" I said, "I can't be bothered." And he was like, "I'm the only person from this area who is going to games and I need company, whatever." So out of that, I just basically turned up one morning with him to a training session. And then I did 3 training sessions, and then I was forced into writing the exam that morning. And I got the highest score, beat all the men. So I found myself writing the exam like this Saturday morning, and the following Saturday I had my first game in a Division 1 competition. And from there, that was basically it. Trust me, I loved it, and it has been fun ever since. Yeah, I was just thrown in just like that. I went to training, didn't even have gear. And like the boss said, "You have to, we don't have people to go to a game, you have to go to a game today." So I got shorts, tops, whatever. I had my own boots, shorts, top, socks, and I was just thrown into a game just like that, and from there it just took off. If at all somebody has even the slightest desire to get involved in whether playing football or refereeing, I would say follow your gut instincts, go for it. At first it might seem daunting because we have always been heard that it's a male-dominated sport, but once you get in there, you'll realize that it's no longer a man, woman, male, female kind of a thing. Everybody is, you see, we are basically one there. Nobody's putting any tag onto you and all that. I've never been stigmatized, you're a woman, whatever. So I don't think you should be daunted or be fearful of anything. Go for it, get involved. It is indeed something that is beneficial to you, whether you are aspiring to become a FIFA referee in the future, which is actually quite good, or you just want to do it at the local level. None of any sort. Whether discriminated against as a female, whether discriminated against for color, nothing. I've never had anything like that thrown at me. I don't know if I'm fortunate. I've been around absolutely brilliant people who just love sport and want to play sport. Even at the games I've been at now, I find when I walk out onto the pitch and the guys are there, "Oh, a female, it's going to be a female doing our game today, that should be fun," and they're all upbeat, and I never get any rude comments thrown at me during the games. The lads are always apologetic, even if some of them will like swear. They say, "Referee, I'm sorry," and all that. I've never been discriminated in any way, shape or form. Yes, I would, because I've stood and listened to coaches for games, little nasty things being said to other people, and the coaches have stood up and all that. So, and they have even said to me, "Don't be afraid, we're here for you. If there's anything happening with my player or anything like that, just come over to me and we'll deal with it." So yes, I would feel confident if anything like that happens, that I would get the support from people around me within that environment, and also from the refereeing fraternity. I think what you are doing here now is absolutely fabulous. This is a start, but for me, I don't think we can ever, or they can ever do a whole lot in order to, because if somebody does not see the desire to get involved in something, then I don't see any kind of prompting much by governing bodies will, because what I find is that based on the fact that refereeing to get to progress up the ladder means like training, yeah, and there are a lot of us, especially women, who don't find training fun, then it's going to be difficult. But yeah, yes, I think the whole idea of going out into the areas, doing some little programs, have a little chat with them, liaison and stuff like that would be good. But I don't know how much of a great impact it would have. It has to be individuals and that intrinsic motivation that they have that would basically propel to go. Because I myself, I don't like training, but it's just that I know that this is what I want and this is what I stand for. So I basically push myself to get out there, run, this is what you have to do. So I can do so much and no more. Role models are important because we have, in any sector of life, you have to have role models, because people are going to be sitting there and they're going to be looking. I want to be like X, I want to be like Y. So if we can get people to go, specifically a woman then, if we're targeting more females into the fraternity, we can get them to go into these clubs, especially where we have these young girls playing football at this present time, because some of them will later on want to. Yeah, so we could have role models going in, speaking to and encouraging. And from there, yes, let's see how best we can go forward from there.